What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well. Today, we're joined with Bilmuri, Murray Nash, man, Johnny Franck, also known as...
What the fuck's up, bro?
Johnny, how you doing, homie? It's been a minute.
Doing good as ever, dude. Just trying to fight off them demons, man.
Dude, that is a daily...
Fight off the fucking demons, man.
That's a daily needing to do, get done kind of thing, man. That's a... You don't... Do you ever... Do the demons ever win, or are we just chilling?
Oh, they win, dude. They win.
They win?
But not today, dude, because I'm on the fucking stream, and we're chilling. So for 1 hour, I'm not going to end my life, dude. It's going to be sick.
Dude, it's been a minute. Last time you were on the stream, oh my God, was it when you released the album or when you released the post-album single? I actually don't even... It was 10 months ago.
That would be album, I think.
That's album then. Okay. Dude, yeah, because last time you were on the stream was I don't know, it was a funny time, but then also you released the single. I think that's when I called you when we checked it out. And you said the best story ever, I think, the label story of how much the music video cost, and like that still to this day absolutely cracks me up.
Dude, I have watched that clip so many times because it was like such a perfect thing. Because I was like 2 or 3 beers deep at that time, and I was like, "What the fuck, Nick calling me? Hell yeah!" So I gave some liquid truth there to you.
But dude, like, how have things been since the album and all that? You've toured with Sleep Token. What the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're now just a king of a completely your complete own subgenre, basically. You know, country core, which of course there's bands that do that, dabble in it, but like you're the guy. Like, how's it been for the past 10 months?
Straight to my head for sure, dude. I think I'm better than everybody else, and now I'm become like an insufferable prick.
Okay.
No, genuinely, it's been like, I know everyone says this, but truly, like, did not fucking expect it to be as big as it was, and then also to get the opportunities that we did, and I mean, we got some sick shit coming up, dude, that I can't announce, but like, fuck, bro. But like, genuinely, touring with Sleep Token was absolute dream. Like, it was as good as I could have imagined. You know, sometimes when you are excited about something, the expectation can be bigger than the actual thing itself.
Right.
Not the case for this. This was just like, it was one of the best experiences of my life. Genuinely so fucking sick. You play a show in this massive arena. I mean, the biggest show we had played to that date was like maybe 1,500 people as a headliner.
Right.
Like the smallest show I think was 5,000 people. And the biggest show was 18,000 people.
Jesus.
So like the ceiling for what I'm used to now is blown off. You know, the lid is just fucking it's gone.
It's gone now.
So that was cool. And then also being like, okay, I'm playing the biggest shows we've ever played. Then I'm like, oh, sick. The band after us is fucking awesome. So like I get to watch them after we play. And we're playing 30 minutes, so it's the fucking easiest thing ever, dude. It's like, when we headline, I'm like a fucking monk, dude.
Right.
I drink. I like don't talk very much. I take care of my voice. I'm like, it's 12 p.m. time or 12 a.m. time to go to bed or whatever.
Right.
You know, it's kind of, I still have a ton of fun, but it's not like you can really like kick back and enjoy yourself. But
yeah,
Sleep Token Tour, you're playing 30 minutes, so you're like, well, we're in, Berlin. So let's go hang out and wander around and
right, explore, dude.
Enjoy ourselves. So you'd finish the show and then be like, oh, there's a cathedral. That's crazy. Just like
monuments around. Like, oh damn, dude. Like
blending so many dope things together that are I'm not used to. Usually, like when I walk outside of a venue in the States, I'm like, oh, it's a Waffle House. Like which is cool in its own right, but like
no disrespect to the Waffle Houses out there.
I'm a fan of the house. But like it was very surreal. And then also too, like I genuinely don't watch every band says that they watch like all the bands that they support with every night. It's not true. It's a falsehood. It's a matter of time. But I would say I don't like watch bands every single day, but Sleep Token was one of the bands I was like almost every day was like could not wait to get out and go watch them. And I think that before the tour I was like, yeah, they're sweet, and then after the tour I was like, they're fucking unreal.
Right.
So Yeah, overall it was great, and we were able to go do a headliner in Europe and UK right after that, and they
Mm.
were uh nice enough to let us announce that headliner before we did the tour. So every day on stage, I was like, "Hey, we're coming back here in 3 months," and
That's
we sold
crazy.
that European UK headliner out. So thank you to Sleep Token again and again.
Dude, that's amazing. Like, honestly, huge congrats. I remember last time we did talk, I think it was announced. So I know we talked about it happening. And I know you were like, dude, it's going to be a vibe. We'll hang out with vests every day, dude. And like, dude. And you know, bro, what did you guys, did you interact with any of the guys at all? And did you teach them the American ways?
Uh, Vess and I played StarCraft 2 for 4 hours every day.
Dude,
Uh,
that
no,
is,
no.
I see, I believe, Johnny, you're good at BS. I'm like, I totally believe that this happened now.
Uh, no, you know, the chances that we did get to hang out with them were awesome, and they're just all great. Like, I
Yeah.
really love every single one of them, and you know, you hope that the bands that you tour with are cool.
All right.
And I was like, oh, pray that these guys are cool. They're fucking sick, all of them. So yeah, it was awesome.
Dude, that's sick. And even how was the crowd being like the most American band possible in the UK with all these fans for like, especially with like Sleep Token obviously being in a UK band, like how was that did you see any people that were like staring when you were like saying like Murray Nash or whatever, like the words that
Yeah,
were just like, what is this, what
it was. It's funny because like it's a like, you know, it's not home team, so you can't say all of the references that you usually say, and people
right,
get it. And then also on top of that, a lot of the places we played, they don't even speak the same language as you. So you're like,
oh,
okay, fuck, you know, how do I connect with everybody? And it was really kind of a fun problem to figure out. And like, all right, you know, German people are very different from like English crowds and stuff
right.
like that. So it was kind of a fun like problem and puzzle to figure out for each,
Hmm.
you know, and everything like that.
Yeah, I can't imagine like one night just going like, dude, I don't even know how to like. This is not my language. I don't know how to connect this, and you're just like, song name, play. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Song name, play. You know, like,
There's, I think like people can pick up on your general vibe, and I would say like there's a part in the song "Absolutely Cranking My Hog" where Gabby, like, Gabby, like, there's a thrust which is like, you know, it, like goes out into the crowd part of the stage shows, which was fucking sick. Um, but it was the second song we played, and Gabby would run out onto the thrust and like slide on her knees and play this saxophone
that's
solo.
sick.
At that point, I think I could literally see everyone's face being like, "Oh, this is fucking sick!"
Right.
And you can see like a large portion of the crowd be won over, which is really fun. Like I genuinely like trying to win over a crowd that has no clue who we are, and because we headline, we don't get the chance to do that
Mhm.
very often. So it was very, very fun to try and do. And like, I'm gonna fucking like, you see like, you know, it start to make sense on people's faces as we played through the set. And then it was cool too because there's a lot of people that traveled through the whole tour that we got to like know and talk with, and they became fans too. So that was sick as well.
Dude, that's awesome. I'm glad you guys got to have that. That must be such a crazy experience. Like,
Dude,
just
insane.
yeah. And like
Definitely.
I couldn't pick up
Yes.
a better band than you guys to honestly do that kind of thing because you guys are also so fun. You're so just genuine and chill, and the music's just so. It's weird. It's complementary to Sleep Token, but also super contrast. Like you guys have this nice balance where like this makes sense even music wise that you're playing before, but also if you just like on paper say, you know, like country core next to I don't know, Sleep Token's doing pop mixed with a bunch of different stuff. It's like that's an insane idea. How was like when that was initially pitched? Was that like some crazy like this is a wild idea, but like it works?
It was an immediate yes. I mean, I was just like, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. To me, it made sense. Like, I don't know. We, to me, it's like the seasonings are different, but the like, you know,
yeah,
foundation of the building is the same. It's drum, bass, guitar, vocal. You know,
hell
it's
yeah,
like we're drum, bass, guitar, vocal. You know, like I guess a little bit of sax too. But you know,
yeah,
the center of Bilmuri is always going to be like the rock band, and
mm,
Token is a rock band. So if someone likes rock music, you know, maybe
right,
they can accept us a little bit. So to me, it made sense. You know,
mm,
like Also, we're both on the heavy side. Everyone likes a sick breakdown, so
Dude, breakdown for days, bro.
universal language, man.
Dude. All right, Johnny, so this is a real question here because
Yeah,
this is what it comes down to. Zero verse sorry, 000 chord versus 100 chord.
man. It depends on the mood, dude.
Depends on
Depends
the
on
mood.
how angry you are, bro. You know, if you want to get real fucking nerdy, is you do 1100, and it's a seventh chord, and you can technically play that on the major four, and it sounds really heavy, but it's actually a major seventh chord.
This is
It's
the
cool.
most education we've gotten here on the podcast. I'm not even joking.
When I discovered that, I was like, oh, it sounds fucking dirty, but it's actually just a major chord. So yeah, use that if you want or not. But
If you want
that's
to.
that's my shit.
That's yours. Dude, sorry, you mentioned sax. Gabby obviously on the Sleep Token track. That's a dude, that's I did not I first of all, like they're gonna do their thing and obviously big song right now. They're top fucking 50 band. Like that's been crazy. How did that come about even for you guys? Was it like while you were on tour, it was like, hey, like you want to come do the sax on the new track? Or like
For the tour.
oh shit, really?
And she was like, "Oh, I did sax on a Sleep Token song." I was like, "You want to send me that shit?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, "Damn." She
Dude.
was like, "I didn't even get it." She said she got a little clip of it to do her part over, but she didn't get the whole thing.
No.
Uh, but like, I mean, it was very surreal to like be like, dude, fucking Gabby is finally getting the recognition that I feel like she's always deserved. And, I think that she's one of the greats, and I'm glad that like other people are realizing that and that she's, getting a bigger spotlight because that's what I think she deserves.
Yeah, dude. I mean, sax should be everywhere, man. Like they make it fit in death metal with that Rivers of Nile. Like they do it. So like, fuck it. Like I just like shove it everywhere. It's sick if you have a good saxophone player.
Dude,
Like
it's great. It's like having another vocal hook at the end of the vocal hook because it sounds the most like a vocal anyway.
oh shit,
It's just like I don't know. It's a
bro.
cool.
My brain just exploded with that sentence. That makes a lot of sense though.
Yeah, it's like just adding another hook to the song to me.
That's true. I mean, I don't know why my brain just goes Careless Whisper like as like OG like saxophone like like that's it's on my stream deck so like I have to but like
Talk about a hook after the hook. That's
yes.
like the best example of that because that shit's like people don't even remember what the hook of this.
I don't know that is true. That's all I know.
The way I was with you. Don't even know.
I have it on my. I only have that part though. I only have the Joanna.
And that's because someone wrote a better melodic sax hook than the actual vocal hook of the song.
That's crazy, dude. We live in a wild world, Johnny.
I
Now, dude, how has it been like in terms? Obviously, you guys musically are so unique and stand on your own as Bilmuri. Like, how has that been in this like modern landscape of like? It seems like there's no genres anymore, which is cool. And bands, are heavier than ever, but also more melodic than ever. Like it seems like all the extremes are being taken care of. Like, how has it been for you guys being in, having the country influence? Has it been able to get like a lot of cool opportunities, like in weird, like in country as well as like metal? Like how has that been for you?
Well, it's been cool because I've been able to meet a lot of my like country heroes
Right.
through it. So, obviously I've been like a huge fan of the genre since I was 18. And like I didn't really I was kind of like if the country world hates me or likes me, that's up to them to decide and I'll be happy either way. But
Right.
like it's been really cool because a lot of Nashville really fucks with Bilmuri, so I've gotten to like
That's
work
awesome.
you know, some of the best songwriters in Nashville through American Motorsports, and it's funny. You're like writing with the songwriter, and you're like, "Oh, what are you doing after that?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go work with Post Malone." I'm like, "Why the fuck are you writing with me, bro?" Just because they're genuine fans, and that's been really cool, a cool legacy that
Right.
American Motorsports has kind of opened those doors for me. Um, as at the moment, I'm genuinely like with the country thing. I still love country music, but now it's a question of like, well, how much of that do I want to be,
Right.
as part of the Murray formula? And that's what keeps me up at night, dude.
That's the demons, bro. You're fighting there.
What percentage? Like, I don't know. So that's currently something we're having to figure out because I love that sound. So I'm kind of just I've gone with the method of if I fucking like it and the vibes are nice, then I'm gonna go with it and stop trying to like intellectualize what I'm gonna do next and be like, if it's a fucking sick song, it'll be sick,
Dude.
and other people will like it. But I've actually realized that this week, so I've had months and months of toil
Of toil.
trying to figure it out. So
Johnny
yeah,
is so fucking funny. Dude, like that's a banger's a banger. Like that will never not be true.
true.
It's very it's simplistic. It's almost a stupid sentence as I say it to myself, but it's just like it good. It don't need to be good in this way or that way or that this. It's people like it good. Okay.
Yeah, and the other question you asked with metal, it's been honestly one of the most cool things to watch. I was just talking to my friend about this like a week ago. We were like, we've been in the game for a while. We've been doing it for a while.
A bit, bro. You're
And
around for the crab days. That's how you know you've been in for a while, brother.
holy scrolls were written, bro.
I
Um,
know.
but like for me, it was really interesting because we were just chatting and we were like, dude, remember when a band was big, they were selling out 1,000 cap rooms? Like that to us was like, holy shit, they made it, dude.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, there's never been more metal bands doing arena tours like than right now.
Yeah.
Ever. It's not even close. Maybe in the 80s if you want to consider like hair metal bands. But like let's even just say since then there's never been bigger bands, like bigger heavy music. That was a stupid sentence.
That I got you though.
Bigger. And there's never been more arena acts, and it's really cool. And I actually think that trend's going to keep on going. And there's probably going to be, hopefully Bilmuri, but like a lot of other bands who make it into the arena world in the next couple years. I think metal's going to have a monumental run, and I'm very fucking excited. And I'm kind of excited to see like the genre be opened up to a lot more wider audiences because I think genuinely that the energy at a live metal show is unmatched.
Yes. The live show is always you can't beat that.
No.
Yeah. Have you had many like country heads come to your shows and be like, dude, I've never listened. I don't know what the fuck even metal is. Like, I don't listen. And they're like, whoa, this is super crazy. Those kids are spinning and shit, bro.
It has been one of the funniest things because like we'll play like Fort Worth, Texas, and like I'm like, open that pit the fuck up, and then you can tell like half the crowd's like, ooh, they're all rocking cowboy hats and shit, and like real cowboy hats.
Right.
You're like, oh shit, they got like the starched on, Wrangler jeans and the pearl snaps and everything. And you're like, all right, these are actual cowboys. Like they've, like I could tell by the looks on people's faces, like the hardcore Bill Murray fans know exactly what the fuck to do because they're all from that world.
Right.
But then you see the people on the outsides who are like, whoa, but they love it. It's cool because I get to kind of like share the world that I grew up in with an audience of people who maybe never knew that world or hadn't been around it for a long time. So it has been like an awesome blending of fans like
Right.
at our shows and when country, a lot of country guys like wrote on the previous record, American Motorsports too. When they come to shows, they're like, holy shit, dude. There's no stage dives at country shows,
There should be, dude.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do.
Just transcend it, bro. Make it a new meta in the country shows. Be like, you get that fucking hat, you get that cattle, and you fucking round some shit up here, brother.
That's right. So, like it's cool because I feel like I get to share this little thing that obviously I'm not saying like we invented this heavy music or something, but it's just a part of me. I love it deeply, and to see like a bigger group of people getting into it and experiencing like this fun thing that we did, in houses and VFW halls when we were in high school, and now it's like on an arena stage all over the world for I don't know how many like I mean, the fact Knocked Loose can sell 5,000 tickets is amazing to me, dude.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
dude, they're so fucking heavy.
I know.
like
And it's heavy music's never been. I feel like I'm like giving a State of the Union address as like the president or something.
dude, Murray Nash Nation, right?
But like, it's heavy music is in such an amazing spot right now. Just from like, even if you want to just go from raw ticket sales, but also like from, music breaking into lots of different genres and I don't know, dude. It's exciting.
Right.
I'm
It definitely
like,
seems a lot more limitless than I think it has for like a long time, which is that's refreshing, man. Because we need another one of those like 2000 boosts where it was like new metal's here. Everyone kind of shit on it, but new metal was massive. And then there's games like Tony Hawk's and the Guitar Heroes and all this stuff. And then there's mainstream TV and MTV, and it's just like this whole culture that's so huge, and it makes it that much bigger. Even to the point where you can tell metal's getting big when you have people going, nah, dude, they this band's too big. They I don't like it anymore. Like they're too big.
all the time, dude.
Dude, now it's happening a lot more, which I think that's great. Like people are just like guess what? Music's for more than one person, guys. Like it's.
I mean, it's really interesting. Like I've always wondered why that happens, and I genuinely don't have an answer, but I do think there's a group of people that love finding things that no one. It's like when you play an RPG and you like find the secret chest, and you're like, "This is my secret chest," and then someone on Reddit posts about it, and you're like, "Fuck!" Like this used to be just something that I had, and now I have to share with everybody. I understand that, like that makes sense to me, and it makes sense that like there's people who are. I think a lot of the times those people are like the tastemakers, where they're constantly like going into the depths of trenches, so to speak.
Reddit and 4chan, I guess, sure.
Finding like bands that no one's ever heard of, and that being like their little secret. For it to be to a broader audience, maybe they feel like, damn, it used to be my little secret. I don't know. Those are my theories.
No, that makes a lot of sense, and especially like I like the gaming analogy with that, because that's very true. You do something in a game, you find something special, and you're like, oh, I know this. I'll maybe tell some of my friends, but that's it. It's our thing. And then when it's everybody's thing, you're like, well, now it's not. It loses its like personal value almost to some people, like that intrinsic.
It becomes the meta.
Yeah. It's not cool, dude. We live in an era where country with metal might one day be a meta. How do you feel about that,
dude? I genuinely, I'm just like I feel like I blended two things that I really enjoy, and if I didn't really think that it would be as big as it was, but I do see more bands doing it, and I think that's fucking sick too.
I imagine one day it's just gonna be like, dude, like countrycore was cool when it started, but now it's too big. Like I'm not vibing with this anymore, dude. Like it's too much. I'm gonna go listen to like whatever, I don't know, in depth blackened thalcore, on whatever number words.
I listen to RuneScape wood chopping noises for 10 hours.
Do you grind the scape?
Dude, no. Fuck no.
Okay.
I don't hate myself, bro. I just like.
Okay.
I think that the art style of the game just hits this thing in my funny bone, dude. And the fact that I love the music of the game. I love the game itself, but I'm like, I do not have time to do this. Like,
do you grind anything? Like any games besides Life?
I was playing Helldivers 2 a lot. I tried the new Oblivion, but man, like I'm a combat guy.
Oh, okay, that's not happening. No, dude. Look, and I'm sorry, controversial. Like the Skyrims, the Oblivion, the combat is not. It's not good.
You're not playing it for like amazing combat. You'd play like an Elden Ring for that. You know. So I think Elden Ring tickles that part of me a little bit more than I tried Oblivion, and I was like, I get why people fuck with this game, but I need to like, get in some sort of like nuanced combat. That being said, I suck ass at video games, but I just love video games. Like
that, dude. Have you ever thought of like just like going on, I don't know, streaming somewhere and just being like, just when you're gaming, you're just like, I'm gonna just put this on and be funny as fuck for like 2 hours as I like vibe? Or is that like a private vibe time? I know for a lot of musicians it is. It's like everyone go away.
Right. It's like my turn off stop looking at medium and small screen and look at big screen time.
Look at the big screen
It's like yeah, I genuinely, that's usually like my chill time, but
Right.
it's rare that I find a game that I really love, and then when I do find one I love, I'll no life it. So like
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3, I know
Oh,
life.
you know like Baldur's? Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. I finished it and then immediately started another game after that.
That
It's just I got home from a tour and I was like sick and I was really burnt out and I played it for like 9 hours a day for like 2 weeks.
Dude, I
You know,
can't. I always had trouble with the turn-based stuff. I
I
could
know.
I couldn't connect because I'm not patient enough. I'm like, can I just get you? You know, like can I press the fucking button, dude?
Talk about hypocritical because I just said I liked combat games, but like I don't know, dude. This game like this, it just hit right at the right time. I was like, I just got home from a tour. I need something to like throw myself into, and the story was really interesting, and I loved it all. So that was the last game I really know liked. And then Helldivers 2, it's casual enough for me to just like hop on and
Gotcha.
shoot.
Would you think you're gonna GTA 6 grind on that shit? The most American game ever.
I don't know. I mean, if it's good, I just feel like I get like I'm too sensitive for GTA 6. I'm like, damn, I just killed someone.
you're t- you're too much of an empath. You're just like, dude, that's like I just robbed this person. Like this is not like I don't feel good about this.
Hitting in the head, like what the fuck? Now like, so it bums me out a little bit. But then again, it's like hypocritical because I can go and
Right.
play like Baldur's Gate and kill like 30 wizards and be like, hell yeah. I don't know.
Fucking wizards, dude. They just got long beards. Like I don't care. They do their magic shit. Like,
My tastes make no sense. I kind of,
dude,
but
I could see you playing GTA 6 and just making a series of just like empath plays GTA 6. And it's just you there, just being like, I don't want to do this, man. Like this is like really like unethical.
yeah, it's like, guys, I can't do this mission.
And
Sorry.
go rob the bank. And you're like, is there any way I can just like earn the money like respectfully and just like deposit it in the correct account? Like,
Maybe I can make like some sort of riffy country band on the game
and then you're just gonna end up writing. It's just gonna be a music stream anyways. And you're like, oh, dude, we were supposed to play GTA 6, dude. I completely forgot.
Ray concert in GTA 6, dude.
That I like that. I mean, I grew up with gaming and with music almost equally, even though I don't do any gaming ever here because no one's gonna sit here and watch me play League and be hard stuck, plat for 3 weeks. But like those worlds combined is a beautiful thing. Like a lot of music, even if you're a musician, if you're downtime, like what's the number one downtime? Like it's gaming, and hopefully, actually, gaming's probably the healthiest one for musicians, depending.
Well, League of Legends, I don't know if that's healthy.
That's not. That's worse. That is worse than pure drugs. Like
That's where you
100%.
take out all of your anger of the day.
Dude, anger of your existence. Like there is nothing more tilting than you like holding down top or bottom with support, and then you're mid. Like you see them physically overextend, and that jungle is gonna get them, and then you just see gone, dead, and then that mid's getting fed, and then they come to your lane, and you're like, I don't want to be here anymore.
So, do you think there's going to be like a game type that surpasses MOBAs? Because that's what League of Legends is, right?
I mean, I think it was battle royales, no? Like that kind of was like
I'm talking more like, and I don't know if you want to get this nerdy, but like,
okay.
so MOBAs, in my opinion, replaced RTS games, right?
Okay.
Like StarCraft was like the biggest game in the world.
Yes.
And League of Legends came and just fucking ruined it. But it's still that top down,
Yes.
controlling a guy and like it's heavily strategy based. But has there been anything that has challenged the throne at all? Or is it just hard stuck MOBA for like the past, what? I mean, how long has League been popular? Like
a long
50
time.
years?
It's been a long time, man. It's fucking
You look like a war vet. You're like,
yeah.
yeah.
All those hours. Dude, no, John, it was bad for me at one point where like with League, this was before I was like a bit more hardcore YouTube grind every day, whatever that shit, where there was definitely periods of life where I like did not know that a week went by, and it was wake up, solo queue, get tilted, it's night, sleep at some point, wake up, solo queue.
you were like, I gotta get my shit together.
I just got too angry. I just got too tilted at mid, and then I quit the game.
You're like, yeah, when I threw my computer across the room, that's when I knew I had to stop.
That's when I knew I had to stop, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll play break. You know what was funny? Gaming, or I don't know if you feel this way, non-music things makes you appreciate music so much more. Like when you have actually multiple things happening in your day, like going outside, or like, I don't know, even I remember when I was in school and like I would go study, and then I would go home and I'd be like, oh my god, I'm so excited to music because I couldn't do this the whole day, and now I can. Like it just seems to made me always appreciate more. I don't know if this is a me weird problem, and or like if this is relatable.
No, it is. I actually have to be really protective of music because of that. Because I genuinely think like if you listen to it all day, it stops being special.
Right.
Because you're like, oh, it's just there. Like you don't appreciate it as much as you should. So I have times, in my day and on the weekends, like I don't listen to music at all, but I want to so bad, but I have to stop myself because I'm like, dude, you got to give yourself time for your ears to like freshen up, for you to have like a different perspective on what you're doing. And so, yeah, I mean, at the gym, no music.
Dude, that is a psychopath behavior right there. No music at the gym.
Like 9 hours a day, it's like, I work from.
Oh, I thought you said you worked out 9 hours a day. I'd believe that.
But no, I work from like 9 to 5 or 6, and then at 6 I'll go to the gym, and I've been listening to music straight pretty much from 9 to 6. So I have to have time of just, not listening to anything. And then usually on Sundays I will not listen to music at all during the day. As soon as the sun goes down, though, I'm like an addict. I'm like, fuck, finally I can listen to the Dropbox link and listen to all the stuff that we've been working on and figure out if I like it or dislike it. But genuinely, if you don't take a step away from it, you lose all perspective on what's good or not, and it's actually not a good use of your time. And now listening to music for pleasure, what I've been doing is like after the gym, I've been going on like a sunset walk, and I'll listen to like an old school nu metal record all the way through. While I'm just strolling around. And
that's hard as fuck, is going to the gym listening to nothing and then going on a sunset walk throwing on like some fucking corn and shit like that.
Yeah, well, it's like I've never listened to any of that style of music before, because back when I had like was straightening my hair 7 times a week, I was like, dude, nu metal's fucking weird. Why are they wearing masks, bro? As I was like straightening my hair, you do dumb shit when you're 15. So I never really like got into that style of music, and I've just been like going back, and I honestly feel like it's kind of been a blessing, because I've been going back and listening to like a Limp Bizkit record for the first time.
Yeah.
Going back and listening to Korn. And, I bet a lot of Limp Bizkit and Korn fans wish they could go back and listen to these records for their first time.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just listened to Iowa by Slipknot for the first time and was like, oh my God, this record is unbelievable. I listened to like Bizkit's record, and I was just like, this shit is so good. So I feel like I've been really enjoying that, and that's like kind of my study time, where I'm like listening for pleasure, but also just kind of like listening to something that I've never heard before. And so, I've got to have like times of no music so that I can enjoy the evening nu metal butt rock stroll, dude.
The nu metal butt rock stroll. That's fucking... That's hard. That's hard. Dude, dude, it's crazy. We live in an age where like butt rock, but also like adjacent, like Octane Core, like it's heavy. Like I listen to Octane Core now, and I'm genuinely like, there's double kicks. There's that breakdown is pitch shifted like a whole octave down. You know what I mean? Like there's RARs, like all of this stuff, and I'm sitting here like, that's kind of cool. Like it sure is it more sterile and like calculated, but like there's these heavy elements even in like butt rock Octane now that I'm like, what the fuck? Like this didn't happen before. When did this happen, dude? It's crazy.
I know, it's really cool, because like and I think when you're talking about radio, it's like a meta that everyone's trying to hit. It's like there's a meta build that works right now, and like everyone's gonna try and take a couple swings at it because as a musician, if you can get a song on radio, it's really like it can set you up for life. So it's like I don't fucking blame anyone for doing that. It's like, yeah, abuse the meta every once in a while. Take a couple swings at radio, see if it hits. Like the radio is not just they're there to be like, we are going to play what people like. And people like this right now. And you know what's sick?
Yes.
Is people like heavy music right now. So the fact that they're playing it on radio is cool, and obviously like there's a meta, but I think the ones that can make a song within that meta that's great, that's the hardest thing to do. Because like you've got very clear parameters of like, it has to kind of sound like this or be at this tempo or be about this. And it's like, if you can live within that framework and make something genuinely creative, then I think you're one of the greatest.
Dude, that is probably the most insightful philosophically, things that it probably wasn't the intent that we've actually ever had here. Because like 100% where when it comes to radio, they're nowadays, which is cool too, like they're just playing what people want to hear, right? And you're right, like it's heaviness is in. So even with like the butt rock bands are heavier now because the people want the heaviness. They want a breakdown. They'll listen to radio and be like, "Where's the fucking breakdown?" And they'll be satisfied by hearing a breakdown. And it's not just like, why is he screaming? Like, what is this?
Toiled to get to this point, dude. We toiled.
we
played breakdowns in fucking 100 cap rooms for years to get here, dude. I'm gonna enjoy the moment.
I'm gonna enjoy the moment.
Right? I would love to get a song on radio. That would be sick.
Have they've put Bilmuri on Octane? Have they?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think it would be weird to put. I mean, Better Hell maybe, but like I think it's a weird. I don't know, because that's the issue
Octane. With playing. What? Come on! What are you guys doing?
I would love that, but it's like Bilmuri is not the meta. Like it's I don't know. It's like it's hard to country stations would be like, well, it's rock, and then rock stations would be like, well, it's country. I don't blame them at all.
I was about to ask because obviously you just have so much love, and you guys are doing something so unique that like you don't necessarily need like the mainstream media push that like some bands definitely like need to just exist, right? So like being so in between those worlds. Do you run into that problem kind of often of like, country place will look at you guys and be like, well, that's cool, but you're not fully country. And then the metal side will be like, you're not, not fully metal. It's more country. Like, do you have to frequently deal with that and more like the industrial side of things, I guess?
I don't think it's as much of a problem. Obviously, like, we're doing all these metal fests this year, which is so sick. So, I mean, like, And I think that's the world that I was born out of anyways. So it's like the metal world, as far as like live music and stuff, is very pumped. I mean, country, as far as like the songwriting world and a lot of the artists in the countryside have. So I think it's like both sides have kind of embraced Bilmuri in different ways, which I'm so excited. I'm like very, very happy.
Dude, I don't know if you guys have you done a country fest ever or no?
No, but I'm genuinely curious. Right. If I could win over a country fan,
I would. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Is I want to see you guys do your thing, and I don't know many country artists, but like I don't know, what's the one with the keys? Scrapes my keys. Oh my god, what's the Carrie Underwood? I know the one song. Like I want to see like Carrie Underwood play, and then I hear like, all right, Murray Nash Nation, you get that fucking pit rolling, and just like see that mixture happen.
Ready to come out and rip a song, dude. That's the goal,
dude. Yes.
I do have this goal of like hopefully next year to do like a pop, a rock, and a country festival. That would be like sweet to me. And there's people paving the way, like Jelly Roll he does pop festivals, he does country festivals, and he does rock festivals. And honestly, like what's great about him is he's kind of like carved this new path for a lot of people, in which I'm following, where he's kind of loved by everyone, and so he can play wherever he wants. And yeah, I'm following in his kind of path and being like, it would be cool to be able to kind of gather all those 3 Infinity Stones next year, but we'll see. I mean, we've got pop and rock festivals this year, which is awesome. Very excited about that, with Lollapalooza and a lot of the like incarceration and stuff like that. So
Right. Dude, that's
was
so
able,
awesome, man. And I love seeing that you guys are doing your thing. You sound however you guys want to sound, and you're making a good time, good vibes, and you're so fun. This is something I keep like preaching of, like, there's a lot of bands nowadays, and the scene is, this world's very serious. There's a lot of real problems. I get it. But like, I love in that world where you still have such serious lyrics, you're so fucking fun. Like, it's just I don't think anyone can go to probably a Bilmuri show, which I still have to go. I'll see y'all in Orlando sometime when you guys throw down, maybe, hopefully. We'll see.
we're talking about.
We'll see. Just come for me. Just like the one. Just we'll play, dude. Nick, we'll come and play just a show, just right there. Just, just. But where like people go to a Bilmuri show and they don't like at least crack a smile. Like, that's impossible. Like,
I'm telling you this, man. When you come to the show, you'll see it, and it is like genuinely one of the most special things in the world. And I think there's a lot of people who, like, the music's maybe a little too weird, or they're not in the country. But as soon as you go to a show, you'll be like, this is fun, and everyone's there to have a good time. There's no like big dickin' or cool guy, arm cross.
There's no zero arm crossers is crazy in 2025.
Yeah, and it's like everyone's there to have a good time, dude. They're all, just fucking people. What I love about Bilmuri, I don't even like to call them fans, but like Bilmuri fans, is like they just treat me like a fucking dude. I see them, they're like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then that's
that's it.
Yeah, they're like, "Love your music, man." Like, fuck yeah, dude.
That's a vibe.
Yeah, like I'm able to like walk past I can walk straight through the venue and be fine. Like,
right.
Everyone's like, "Hey, what's up, dude? Excited for the show?" I'm like, that's what I love, man. We're just here to hang out and listen to music and play music and enjoy ourselves, and then go on with our lives and do stuff. Like,
dude, you're very like I think you're very relatable, also like personable. Like, you're just like I feel like if someone has no idea who you are within like a minute, they'll probably be like, they're just like it's like they know you. Like, it's just like a vibe. Like, you
wait till I start dropping 40K lore on them, dude. Then they leave immediately.
Warhammer 40K.
Just spewing Warhammer 40K lore at them.
Is that the thing that is Warhammer the thing that ruined your life? Because WoW ruined mine.
No. I did get sucked deep into the YouTube Warhammer 40K lore, like the 3-hour-long videos where I'm just like, what's the Horus Heresy? So I'm still a noob, but like, no. I appreciate it. I genuinely love being around people, and I think Bilmuri fans are the best people. Genuinely, they're great, and I'm excited for you to experience it, because like our shows are a vibe, dude. They're nice.
Fuck yeah, I would love to. When it comes to, I guess, because again, I know last time we talked about your more where you came from, which if people don't know, we kind of mentioned a little bit, like the Crabcore, scroll writer goat, part of the. What's like in a society when they're like part of a group that start like it's part of that society, like a what?
A guild?
Okay, sure. The Crabcore Guild. Like, it's definitely an important legacy when it comes to. And dude, I'm starting to hear some bands go back to it.
I know, bro. I'm so pumped. I knew we were gonna get there, and believe you me, Bilmuri is gonna fucking capitalize on that train, dude. So, to me, that's the full circle career moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like, I'll be touring when I'm 50, 60 years old, but to me, like, where it ends is where it began.
Dude, I would to hear in a Bilmuri song just like a again back to that 100 Crabcore electronic core breakdown. That's country. I swear to God, dude, I will lose my shit. I'm like, life completed at this point.
Dude, I'm seeing burblings on the internet of these types of things coming back, and it's like the scene that I grew up in is now like, the younger generation's gonna use bits and pieces of it, and it's like, fuck yeah. Like, that's
dude, you guys need to have a MySpace. Just be the first band that has MySpace again, because no band has one anymore. Like,
does it still exist?
It exists as it exists.
It's like archived or something.
It is a weird website now, in some capacity. I haven't done a deep dive, but last time I checked, it looked like it was more news related.
What's crazy to think is like there's genuinely people who like are still users.
Like in 2025, someone uses MySpace in general. Yeah.
Yeah, like they use it like they're just like, I'm gonna hop on Facebook. I mean, right? Or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Can we chat GPT?
I love that you included the other boomer thing for us now is like that. They also have like LimeWire in the background, bro. Like they have, like Napster chilling, like figuring it out.
Oh, I am back on Facebook, dude. So, so I've gone full circle. Like in like 2019, I downloaded TikTok. I loved it. Got horribly addicted to it. Got addicted to Instagram. Got addicted to YouTube. Got addicted to Reddit. So I've deleted all of those things off of my phone. I don't have social media on my phone, but the one thing I have is Facebook because it sucks so bad that I can't get addicted to it. Like I'm not addicted. I can just get on it and be like, this is a bunch of boomers reacting to AI photos of and then it's like this sucks and then I get off of it. And so I've allowed myself like Facebook. All right.
You've allowed Facebook. Dude. I'm trying to like, yeah, MySpace is MySpace. Does Vine still exist? No, right? That's actually dead.
Vine is shut down, I think.
Okay, dude, there has to be a MySpace comeback at some point.
You know what I actually think might happen, man?
Okay.
Okay, so MySpace has 2 million monthly visits.
Fucking who?
Guarantee it's all people who are having the exact same conversation as we are.
You guys, let us know. Are you one of the 2 million? Are you the magic?
My prediction and hope for the future is that we go back to like bands, like a really sick band not posting any of their shit on Spotify or like anything online, like no phones at shows and shit like that, and they like are truly underground. You have to go watch them to see it, and you have to buy physical media to like.
That's sick.
I could see like some bands coming up like that where I think that like everyone's addicted to their phone and they're trying to find like some separation. So it would be interesting. Like I know there's been a rise in physical media again, and there's bands that have started doing like Day to Remember did their first like week of just vinyl, and I was like, that's fucking sick, dude. Like, are we going back to physical media? I don't know. That would be kind of dope.
We did to pertain to what you're saying, we did a stream where it was because I want to find underground bands, so we did a stream, and the only parameter we could have found an underground band is the monthly listener, So we were just like, we did one, Johnny, less than 10 monthly listeners.
Hell yeah.
And first of all, I'm like, I don't know bands less than 10 monthly, so like I need like the community to come around. So I had to like with my with chat, I was like, you guys probably have some random, I don't know, like less than 10 monthly. And dude, we had so many submissions, and I'm not lying, Johnny, some of these bands sounded as good as bands that have like that are like 100,000 monthly, and the only thing that makes them that I could categorize them as underground is just like they had 2 monthly listeners, so it was like not even all the band members listen to them on Spotify. That's basically it. Like,
Yes. That dude, I mean, I think I don't know. I hope that we go back to that world. I don't know if I need another social media. I mean, it'd be cool like I felt like TikTok at its beginning was very music centric, and now like Reels and stuff like that there's always a song playing in the background, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But like
it's weird cuz TikTok I always forget it's a music app. I don't know if you do too. Like I forget the icon's the fucking music note. Like
that's right.
Like that trips me out. I just think TikTok and I'm like, okay, I don't know, younger people.
I'm only on Facebook, dude, so
you're a few socials behind, bro.
I've gone full circle. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm start posting status updates, dude.
Dude, you should do it not even on like a Bilmuri Facebook, just like personal profile, just like really important announcements, like just that. Like guys, tour announcement, massive world tour, and it's just you on your personal profile, and that's it.
Facebook.
Yeah, just Facebook. Figure it out. There you go.
Dude. Well, I mean, MySpace. I think it's fully dead. We'll see if another social media comes up, but I kind of hope we go back to the real world and find some bands at shows and stuff. I think that would be sick.
That would be cool, man. That would be fun. But I don't know, man. 2025. It's getting the other way, bro. It's getting. It's going. It's going.
That being said, I'm too lazy to do that. So I like the internet.
If you grow up with the internet, like it's a vibe, you know. But also the internet's so different, man. Like I don't know. I grew up with like you go on Funny Junk and like E-Bombs World and like that dumb shit. Like that was mini clip, you know. I don't know if these words are like special words for anybody else. Dude, yeah, dude, Stick Page. I don't know if you ever use Stick Page.
Stick Death.
Oh, dude, I like there was a Castle series or something on there that was like really good stick animations, and you're just like 10 years old, and you're like, this is fucking awesome, man.
It's 30 minutes to download.
Yeah, 30 minutes to download, but it's just like it was so good. Like I grew up with that internet, and obviously internet now is just, man, it is such a different. I feel like a boomer now. Such a different space. Yeah, we're fucking boomers. Such a different space than it was where. It's, I mean, just the idea that you live in a world where like YouTube, you subscribe to something and it doesn't get shown in it doesn't even matter. Like it just algorithms feed you.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
That's weird.
We're all beholden to the algorithms, dude.
Yeah, especially the Facebook algorithm. If you post something on Facebook,
you don't want the wrath of Zuck, dude. But yeah. It is very algorithmic. I do feel like it is overall good for musicians though, because if you make something sick, like, and you have 10 followers, it'll go out to millions of people, and that's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. It can do that, and then also the other side, which I guess that's the bad point of it, is like you can have 10,000 followers, and it could go out to like 3 people, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And you're like, what did I do? Yeah.
But also bands nowadays, everyone's good. This is the problem. Not everyone's good at songwriting, you know, and all that shit. But everyone like, okay, I have a decent mix. Like, we were looking at some of those bands. Dude, the Less Than 10 Monthly. And I was like, this has to be Nokia, you know, fucking the BlackBerry phone, you know, like quality. There is no way anyone has any kind of audible sounds. And I was sitting there, I'm like, why does this mix sound like I don't know, like a modern metalcore band released this? Like what?
Dude, I wonder what your take is on this, because I think you listen to a lot more new music than I do.
We do it every Friday.
That's right. But like, do you think that like shittier mixes in the next like 2 to 3 years, not shittier like actually worse sounding,
more
but
raw,
like
probably.
Or raw.
Yeah.
Will come back, or do you think it's just going to keep getting more and more polished?
I think the more raw will happen, because it's going to be the only thing that differentiates bands at that point. Like it's because before it used to be the polished mixes were like, oh shit, like this is a signed band.
That's how we came up. Yeah, I mean, we were like the first band, one of the first bands to be like, don't fucking play drums, dude. The robots can do it. You know, like, or like just sample replace everything. It sounds huge.
Dude, how was like I'll just call them like the Sturgis days when it came to like bands coming in there, because you guys were one of the first, if I'm not mistaken, of like having that type of mix at least.
Well, so we were like one of the ones that took off, but he was from Indiana, which is a state over from us. So legitimately, like every band he produced was my favorite band.
Right.
Like I was just fucking obsessed with the sound, because I was always like, metal should sound bigger than it does.
Right.
Like drums should fucking slap you in the face.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the stuff that like the older stuff like just didn't bang.
Yeah.
And so Joey was the first one to be like, that I heard, where I was like, this shit fucking hits, dude. Like these drums sound humongous. So it was obvious. It was always like our goal to go to him. And then like there's a lot of other bands that came before us that had that like kind of more digital sound, and then we went and, you know, it was like we used Pod Farm, and we used like all of we didn't even use drum mics. It was all triggered, you know.
Yeah.
Like, but to us that was like, oh my god, this is sick, it sounds fucking huge. But now I feel like it's easier. It's never been easier to sound huge.
Yep.
And I like things that sound huge, but I'm always just kind of like, well, I wonder if we'll move like in the like direction of things being a little bit more raw. And I don't know, like,
dude, we're gonna start seeing plugins pop up that like purposefully aren't even like, it's just some random dude that went and like had a kick drum at like Guitar Center and hit record and was like, this is the sample. Like, yeah, that's what we're gonna start to get, dude.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think the part of the reason I've been going back to these early new metal records is like, it's a live drum kit, it's amps, and it sounds interesting to me. Obviously Bilmuri, it's like, you know, we a lot of the drums are programmed, but like
Mm.
I don't know. I've been kind of like, damn, it sounds a lot more interesting, like having that live kit there, you
Mm.
know, and having like real amps. Obviously, it's expensive as fuck, so like having
Yeah.
options of, you know, buying a quad Cortex that has 8 billion options of different amps versus like buying one Mesa triple rec, which has one sound you can do on it,
Yup.
like, you know. So anyway, I don't know. I've just been like thinking about a lot about that, like how much real shit do I want to put into the next record? And I
Right.
actually think we're gonna do live drums and stuff like that.
Hell yeah, man. Well,
Yeah,
it's
which is
it's
cool,
it's
you
the
know.
balance too, which obviously with programmed drums, it's this it's a it's weird. It's creative freedom and limitation because you have a real drummer. They sit there in a room and play raw idea. You come up with cool different shit. But also on the other side, if you're a talented songwriter, musician, or have a really good ear, programming is an art of its own. You know what I mean? Where you can sit there and come up with stuff where you're like, just like, not that a human wouldn't come up with, but just like a person with a drum kit in front of them wouldn't come up with. I mean, same thing with like guitar, right? I know there's a bunch of guitarists nowadays that write with Guitar Pro. I'm a guitarist. That's trippy to me. Like
Hell no.
that's one for me where like, okay, for a riff, I can't sit there and be like, doop, 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 doop,
Gotta
doop.
feel it, dude.
Yeah, that's one where I even get tripped out. And then, you do the Guitar Pro after you write the riff. But there's a lot of guitarists now, especially more techie guys, that like, they write it in Guitar Pro. And it's cool because like, you're limitless. You're not limited by your capabilities yet. And then you're forced to actually like get that good, like to play that shit, which is
Right.
yeah, like pros and cons, like in both ways. But that's the world we're in now, at least obviously where everything is so digitalized.
Right. Like writing with programmed drums to me is the fucking best. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
you can shift something over, but yeah, I've been just kind of messing around with the idea of like, man, maybe stuff sounding like a little bit more organic would be, interesting, or I don't know, maybe it fucking doesn't matter and I'm an idiot and think about this shit too much, but
Dude, if you want the crazy, I don't know if you know Chris from Oceans, Alaska, Chris Turner. That dude is ironic I'm saying the word machine, like an android, because he makes a point too with like his solo project particularly, like there's everything's raw, everything's right there. He has his mixer guy that does everything because he knows exactly how Chris works. And I'll always show mad love for Chris, not just because he's so talented, but like there was a time where with one of the Terminal records, he recorded all the drums. He sent me his raw drums. Johnny, I swear to you, unless you zoom in, I had to zoom in so much to see the problem. You know what I mean? To see like it wasn't gridded. That's the type of like, dude, how are you that fucking good that like it's not gridded because I can see it if you zoom in, but like from far, it's like you'll never know. It's all,
right.
like that's a guy if you need some crazy drums, bro. Like he's fucking psycho with that shit.
Dude. Well, like that's been one of the best things is like now we have, early days I just was by myself in a basement, but now I have like Josh Manuel and Xavier of like,
Oh, Josh is sick too. Yeah, hell yeah.
yeah, Josh I think is going to do the drums on our next record.
That's sick.
By I think, I mean he is. I don't know why I said that. But like now that I have access to a drummer who's like anything you could possibly imagine, he's gonna play it perfectly gridded, like
Yeah.
but sound like a human, obviously.
Yeah.
And I feel grateful to have those guys to be able to make a decision like, do I want programmed drums or not? Because early days I couldn't.
Right.
I was,
Are you still in a basement?
yeah, dude.
Because you said early days I was in a basement writing. So now, are you in
Yeah.
a different basement now, right?
I'm in a basement. Yeah, I'm in a different basement. The early days was my mom's basement. Now I've got the Murray Mansion, as I call it.
Bro, that is the American dream right here.
I was able I'm able to pay my mortgage with my songs on streaming. So,
Dude, congratulations. That's incredible.
oh man, I remember when that happened, I was like, that was pretty life-changing for me, like genuinely. And that, always when I'm talking to people who support me and stuff like that, like when I'm signing a vinyl or whatever, I'm like, this shit is paying for your fucking house, dude. Like, how cool is that?
That's amazing.
I'm very grateful for all of those things. So.
Well, dude, I mean, in a few years, it's got to be Crabcore's got to pay for it. You got to buy some crab.
We're going full circle, bro.
Dude, I don't know if you're joking or not, and that's really fun.
Right, dude.
Crabcore! Yes.
My hair for a music video.
Yes.
We're gonna go out by some dilapidated house with like some girl in a dress for no reason, dude. It's gonna we're fucking back, dude. No, my prediction is that style is gonna like come back to some degree, and if it does, I'll be there, dude.
Dude, yo, that would be. You need. You're like on so many quests right now. Like you do the country thing. Like you like one day like do huge country fests, right? And then you've altied where you start the Crabcore, and then you go to the country fests and play the Crabcore songs.
Yeah,
bro.
We get a synth player.
Just is there a okay? You have expertise in this with being with a synth player. Is there a point of having a person sit there and click it instead of it being on the laptop at this point, like on the synths?
It depends on the band, man.
Okay.
Like, obviously, if you've got a band that's really, really like synth forward.
Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah,
instrument because it's not particularly interesting to watch live because the instrument is not facing like, you know, their hands are hidden.
Yep.
You can't see what their hands are doing. Like drummers, you know, their whole body into it. They're you know hitting cymbals and everything. Like guitars, the instrument's facing the person. Vocals, the instrument's facing the person.
Yeah.
Keys are like the only thing where it's like it's hidden. So the person watching can't really see what the fuck is going on. But like you don't even know if it's on track or not. You're just like, yeah, cool, dude.
Guitar. What's one of the bands?
Guitar is the solution to that, but it's also I don't know if it's a great solution.
I see what you mean. Yeah, because like it's still like it's lighting up as you go. Like it seems electronic, which is cool, but also you're like, does it really matter?
It's like the headset mic, you know, where it's like no one knows why we don't like it.
Right. Yes.
Only in certain circumstances. Like only K-pop and pop can do headset, but like if a metal band did headset,
yo, Johnny, just make it happen.
Bro, there's been many a conversation where Reese does our screams live, and I'm like, dude, if you keep pissing me off, I'm giving you a fucking headset, dude.
I want a headset, dude. That needs to make a comeback, and then you can just focus on dance.
That's right, dude.
There you go.
I finally can do what I've always wanted to do.
metal vocalists need more freedom on stage.
Right, dude. That's what I've been saying, man. A wireless mic's not enough. I need to have my hands free. I think that would be a disaster. I need something to do with my fucking hands, dude, or else like what do you do? Like just make dances, break Murray Nash Nation dances, brother. Choreography. Wow, choreography. There you go. That took a sec. You can tell I'm becoming American now. I got you, bro. We did choreo in early days.
You guys.
I couldn't do it, dude. I gotta have the mic up, you know.
What is the best move from that era? Because you guys, that was the king of like you guys had so many fucking moves. It was insane, actually. Like it was choreography. What was the pinnacle best move in your opinion? Oh.
I'm actually gonna think about this for 2 seconds.
This is see if anything comes from this podcast and there's a headline. This is the moment that the headline will be. So that's why. Yes.
So like, there's a move that we did where like you would headbang, and then when you came up from the headbang, your feet would come off the ground, like a little bit. It's quite an advanced move, but like you would headbang, and then when you come up from it, your feet would kind of like pop off the ground, and that was always my favorite one to do.
How?
I don't know, dude.
Was this a popular move, or is just you guys?
Oh no, just the one I liked the most. I don't know. And then also our bassist had this fucking spinny stomp thing that he did. I was like,
spinny every stomp time goes hard.
Yeah, I was like, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So maybe that. I don't know, dude.
Spinny stomp is a thing. I was in like a high school, a little bit of a band, and they basically just played like, I don't know, it's kind of like Xandria and Crabcore, like the Rise Core United. I don't fucking know at that point, right? Oh, and dude, yeah, and they would. I don't know if I still don't know to this day if they were joking, but they would be like, all right, so we're gonna go like down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, you know, like Running Man here, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this because it's like funny and fun, but at the same time, I'm like, wait, do you guys like, do you actually want to do this, or like this
is a fucking game?
Yeah,
I mean, kind of, yeah.
But that was the weird one.
Like, it was always, we never had like meetings where we decided what to do. It was someone would do something cool,
right?
And we'd be like, oh, that's sick. I'm gonna do that,
right? And
then we all started doing the same thing.
The crab is hard to pull off. Like that's obviously the move, but like that's.
I didn't have the fucking hip flexibility to do it, bro. Our other guitarist,
yeah,
he was crap.
I mean, if it comes back again, you can just. Are we upgrading the lobster core? Like, what do you call it? Is it still the crab or is it lobster at that point?
I don't know, dude. We'll have to find out, man. I will be watching the career of the young crabs with interest to see if they can carry the torch, dude.
Dude, I just want to hear if I hear one single gated synth from you. I'm done. I will sit there and laugh for like 5 minutes and love it. But
we keep fucking with the idea of like playing Stickly like at the end of a song for like 10 seconds.
Dude, if you did that at the Sleep Token tour, I would have. That's a headline.
I keep forgetting about it, and then I'm like, all right, yeah, because I'm just like every day I just like new record every day, so
right.
Just grinding.
Don't have as much time for memes and all that. No.
Well, no, still memes, but like not as much headspace at the moment because I'm spend every day banging my head against the wall, dude.
Right. When it comes to nowadays music video, obviously you guys are doing stuff. You're planning whatever you're planning. All we're keeping that under wraps. But music video, what's the word I want to say? Perspective maybe, or like your mantra of nowadays. Because you guys have done the really expensive music video. You've done the really non-expensive music video. What is your personal like? If in an ideal world you'd go for that one every time. Like if you had a budget, would you always go for the most expensive, or if you would you kind of go more chill and fun and vibe and do like the non-expensive? What's your?
I prefer the insanely low effort music videos because I hate being in front of a camera.
Really?
Yeah, I hate the idea of like, dude, act cool and we're gonna film it. Like, but just try to move cool, bro. I'm like, I'm not fucking cool, dude.
I can imagine like just when you're shooting like videographer being like, dude, can you just please try to be cool for like 5 seconds?
Cool shit. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to, but I'm not cool. Like, I don't have moves. Like, you tell Courtney LaPlante to look cool in front of a camera, she's gonna look dope as fuck.
Yep.
I'm gonna look like a damn moron. So like for me, it's just like I've always hated that. Like, dude, what if I did like a fucking gunshot hand? And then like I'm like, that's dumb, dude. What the fuck? So I try to just do music videos where I have to like spend the least amount of time in front of a camera because like my favorite shit is in the edit. Like I want to get the footage as fast as possible and then sit and edit as long as possible.
My favorite move of yours is the take the knee. That's a hard move.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Like that's a go-to, bro.
When you did that first time, did it feel special? Were you like, I know that this is a power?
I felt it in my heart, like genuinely. I was like, this is fucking sick. And then when I first started doing like only vocals on stage,
right?
That was my only move, dude.
And you would just take the knee every like few minutes.
Yeah. I was like, watch footage, and I was like, all right, all I'm doing is like running back and forth from side to side and like kneeling down. I was like, I gotta get a couple of the moves here, like figure some shit out. But like, I'm doing that a little too much.
Left, right, take the knee, respect. Left, right, take the knee, respect.
Like, man, I need at least 8 or 9 moves to like bounce between so that it could look a little different. But
the point, no one points like you. Dude, it's like, it's crazy because it is intimidating, but it's like relaxing intimidating. It's like a friendly intimidation, right?
Well, I feel like I'm not opposed to an expensive music video if I genuinely believe it's going to be sick. Like right now, we're working on a song with South Arcade. I don't know if you've heard of them.
No.
They're dope. But I think we've been working on this collab song that I really like. It's like pop corn sounding, like corn but pop.
Okay.
That's sick.
Okay. I like that.
And like this video idea just keeps sitting in my head of like, just Quentin Tarantino style, but like just maximum levels of violence. And like, during the violent parts, it cuts to like an animated anime style.
Right.
So like, we're not actually doing the violent shit. It's all anime and super gory. And then it cuts back to us. But that would be insanely expensive.
Okay,
So,
I got you.
and it's like, oh, it would be cool if we shot it like in Japan or something, that someplace that looks cool. And then I'm like, okay, well, these ideas are expensive ass ideas. But then I also have, like, I don't know if, I mean, you're a man of YouTube, so
I'm a man of the YouTubes.
you probably spent some time on there. But those like Bigfoot hunter YouTube channels, have you ever?
I've never watched, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh man, hours of fun. If you like the ones where it's just a dude with like a fucking camera and he goes out and tries to find Bigfoot with his buddies.
Right.
I was thinking of like doing an idea like similar to that. So
That sounds fun. That sounds
that
like
would
just
be
a good time with the homies at that point.
yeah, just trying to find the hog man, the Ohio cryptid. But so that's a cheaper music video idea, but then you have like the other ideas and stuff like that. So I don't know. To me, it's like I'm always gonna err on the cheaper side, but if there's something genuinely cool to be a part of that was more expensive, I would do it.
Dude, it's a good balance. It's good to be able to just have the mindset of whatever works. Like if this fits the vision, then great, and if this, great. Because I feel like a lot of bands are like, it has to be this very, very, very specific type of video that's super. I hate using the word serious because then people can mistake it for like not professional. But you can have a not serious video be very professional and look really sick, but like very. And then all these music videos that come out kind of just the same, and they're like. And the thing is, you won't fucking know what the fuck the point of like all of the references in the music video are when you watch it the first time. You have no clue. Like it's just like all this time and effort for a lot of these bands sometimes, and you're just like, what is this? Sleep Token doesn't even fucking do videos, I think, which is the funniest thing in the world.
There's no reason for them to. Why would they?
Dude, when they did that rollout, I remember watching when obviously the song came out.
Yeah, I had.
Dude, the fucking. They had like it was cool. Like it reminded me of like Super Smash Bros. Like like new challenger approaches and you get like the I don't know, the amiibo or something, and it's like that visual and it rolls around and you're like, that's cool. And I almost am like, is this? They're not gonna make a music video, are they? Like this is it. And then they roll out and it's like the biggest fucking thing ever. No music videos, and even now like no music videos, and like no one even says anything. They're just like so obsessed. They're just like, this song's fucking awesome. I don't care. Like it's just we live in an age like that where one of the biggest bands doesn't do them, and then other bands like are like hardcore, but everyone's then just doing a lot of the same. So you guys stick out so much when you have even your very professional ones, your higher budget videos, and your like cheaper ones, because like it's so much more relatable and fun. And I didn't need to know like 50 hours of lore or like the deepest meanings of all the song, to like understand visually I'm happy right now. Right.
Yeah. Well, like what works for Bilmuri is like me just vibing in front of a camera,
Yeah.
like doing something that's interesting enough. But yeah, I mean, it really just depends on the ideas, and yeah, but I think genuinely people don't. I mean, they just want to watch something that looks halfway decent and listen to the music,
Yeah.
Maybe, some people I think that's what works for us.
Right.
It's different for different bands. I mean, when you're dropping shit like Sleep Token, you don't need music videos.
You don't even need like a song at that point. You just breathe on Twitter, and I'm sure it's gonna be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that shit's fantastic. It's so good. It's like,
it's fucking banging, man. Well, it's cool, and I'm
that much of a banger.
Dude, yeah, man, and especially now in an age of like the Spotify's, like people want the songs a lot more too. It's just like, can I have a sick banger that's just on repeat, or on playlists? Because like people listen to so much music now as like a behind, you know what I mean? Like they're doing something and it's just on. So when they're doing it, they're not looking at anything visual anyways, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I think music videos are fun to like enhance the song, but they're a side dish. Well, depends though. I mean, there's certain songs where the music video makes it for me.
Yeah,
You know?
there's some bands that like it fucking matter. Like Ice Nine Kills, they go so out, and you're like, okay, like I'm not gonna listen to the song without the music video because it's so like what the fuck. Even like Electric Callboy is one of those bands that like
Their music videos are so good. They have really unique music videos too.
they do, man. Have you toured with them during either? It's funny, your Crabcore era and their Crabcore era, or like your guys like both like non-Crab eras.
We played a show with them in Japan with Baby Metal and Polyphia.
Oh shit, that's big.
So I got to meet them like almost a year ago in May.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was just very quick though, you know, like they were just coming off stage or something like that, and I just shook their hands and stuff.
Yeah.
Seemed like great guys. I'd love to. I mean, that's kind of how I feel. I'm like, I'm sure we'll do something in the future. You know,
Dude, I always forget you both come from that era, but like that's not the era anymore, obviously, until it comes back. We're like, that's a cool idea. I feel like that would pop the fuck off. Like America and Germany coming together, bro. Like hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. That'd be sick. Hey, dude, anyways, Johnny, always a pleasure shooting the shit, chatting, brother. And again, it's so cool to see you guys. Like, again, last time we talked, obviously the success with the record, like you guys just released it and the rollout was awesome. But to see not only that, you came back, you did the Sleep Token tour. You guys have your own tours going up now. You have more stuff coming. You're writing a new record. Like, it's so awesome to see you guys doing your thing and like succeed. And honestly, man, like well deserved as a person that has seen. I haven't known you since the Crabcore era, but I've seen you obviously since that era, and to see over all those years, man, you guys, you do your thing and, you know, create such a unique sound in a unique market that like no one can be another Bilmuri. It's literally fucking impossible. Like mad props, man. It's so cool to just see you guys grow, and fucking, I'm super stoked to see what you guys do next too.
Dude, I genuinely appreciate it, man. I always love coming on here and chatting, and like, yeah, it's been very, very cool to enjoy. I feel like when you know, when I was younger, when Attack blew up, I didn't really appreciate it, and I was like, man, I'll really never get the chance to do that again, and that's kind of, it's whatever, you know, I'll just go on with my life. But like to be able to get the chance to do it again, and for it to be like, you know, as big as it is, and I genuinely think we'll be in arenas, you know, in the next couple of years.
Hell yeah.
You know, if I fucking keep on rocking and rolling. But like it's just been awesome to appreciate this time around, and to get another chance to be able to make something that I really fucking love, and to be able to connect with people, and the way that it has connected with people has been great. And I'm, you know, enjoying every single fucking piece of it, because I know this is, you know, rare, and I'm just very grateful. So grateful to be able to be on your show, and for everyone who listens to my music. It's fucking awesome. Thank you.
Dude, thank you. Chat, let's get some claps for Johnny of Bilmuri. Show the homies the love. Check out their last record, obviously, as well as the singles and whatever else beautiful things they ever drop. Just follow them on the MySpace, okay, most importantly, and on Johnny's personal Facebook profile. That one specifically. Show the fan the love and see them live. If you saw, I'm jealous. I want to see them live. So if they're coming to your fucking place and you're not seeing them live, what are you doing? Go. How can you go see Johnny right here?
It's I have the best band in the world on stage with me, dude. They're the best musicians ever. Come watch them play. They're the fucking best.
Watch, play, crank the hog. Johnny, can we close this with one new saying? So I'm still trying to be American. One new American saying that I can.
Putting me on the spot.
Yep, I know. This is a big one.
I mean, fuck yeah, brother's just really good, dude. I don't know if you use that one.
I do. Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother's also good. Dude, let me get back to you on that.
Get back to you. Could just text it to me out of context. That's it.
All right, man.
Johnny, everybody. Dude, thank you so much, brother. We'll talk soon. Have a good night, man. Thank you so much, man. See ya.